Hey guys, how are you today? It is Saturday. It is June 9th. Yes, June 9th. Bless the Lord, but I just came on real quick just to tell you guys five things that we all need to walk into our God-given purpose. Again, this is my name is LaShanika. Everybody calls me Nikki. I am your purpose midwife. I am CEO of Women of Now Faith, and we are a organization, non-for-profit. We mentor teen mothers, women who have been abused, women who have been abandoned, rejected, and we also just mentor teens that just want a closer walk with God and women who just want a closer walk with God. And we mentor you into your purpose. A lot of times we don't understand what to do with our pain once we're going through our healing process with God, but God can use our purpose, use our pain in order to walk in our purpose. As we overcome by Jesus, he begins to give us revelation of where he's called us to. So without further ado, let us get into this really quick. I won't be before you long because I know we live in a microwave society and everything has to be quick, fast. So let me see how fast I can give you these things and give you understanding so that you may have revelation. So step one is seek first the kingdom of heaven. Seek first God, seeking God first before you walk into your purpose, because he's going to give you revelation. He's going to order your steps as you are seeking God. You'll see these godly desires to arise in you to help others overcome the things that you have overcome. So again, you'll submit this plan to God and you'll seek God about your purpose. God, why was I created? Only God can tell you why you were created. And again, as you seek God, he'll give you revelatory information regarding your purpose and your future. Everything that he is doing, he's going to open up windows for you. He's going to open up doors. He's going to even enlighten the eyes of your understanding to where you are going. So seek first God, because when we seek within ourselves, let me just say this real quick. When we seek within ourselves, what do we find? Hurt, bitterness, fear, anger, pain, frustration, all those negative anger, all those negative things that we find within ourselves when we go on a journey called seeking yourself. So you really want to seek the creator. You really want to seek God when you're finding out who you are, why you were created, what you really like. Because remember, God created you. He created you before the foundations of the earth. He knows you better than you know yourself. He knows everything about you. He has numbered every hair on your head. So he knows everything about you. So ultimately, go to the Father. What I did was I asked God, what do you want for me to do? What is your purpose? I understand that you had a plan for me before you placed me in my mother's womb. What is your plan for me? Step two, you need the right people around you. Remove the negative Nancy's and the naysayers. Remove all those that will not see your purpose and your vision the way that you see it. I'm gonna tell you why. Whatever God has given you is going to be big. It's not going to be anything small and mediocre. It's not going to be anything that you can do on your own. It's going to be something big. And it's going to seem far-fetched. And it's going to seem impossible. And it's going to seem unreachable. So the people that you need around you are those that can see who God is and what he can do for any of us, even them. God always does big things. He does it big. If you could do it on your own, you wouldn't need God. I'm sorry. Sorry. Getting text messages while I speak to you guys. But again, remove the naysayers, because they will stop you from walking into your purpose if you begin to listen and heed to the voice of the enemy. Not saying that they are enemies and they don't even know that the enemy is using them as pawns in your playground, because one thing for sure, a lot of times we have been used by the enemy and we don't know it. But our words and things can hinder someone else from walking into their purpose. So remember, when God gives you or someone else a God idea, God, and even when it seems big, It's God. Remember that, guys. Remember that. So we have to have the right people around us that will encourage us and help us and push us into our destiny and push us into purpose. Because if we continue to hear the negative words, we'll draw back from that which God has called us to do. So remove the negative Nancy, the naysayers. Persistence. Point 3, persistence. Okay, persistence defined as firm or obstinate continuance in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. So no matter how hard it gets, you continue to work at your calling. You're going to see your purpose. You are going to run into oppositions. You're going to run into things. So another thing about persistence is late nights and early mornings. I remember when I first began to write my book, I didn't realize I'm a single parent. I was working at the time. Now I'm in full-time Women of Down Faith, but I was working full-time. I had kids, and they had obligations that they needed to be at. I had obligations. I had things that I was doing. God, how am I going to have time to write these books and get a business plan together, right? Hello. Late nights and early mornings. Persistence. Meaning, okay, now I'm going to have to stay up just a little bit later to get a little bit of this done. Let's get up a little bit earlier to focus on my purpose. What becomes a priority for us, we make room for. We make time for. That's why I love that song by Jonathan McReynolds. He says, I will make room for you. And he's talking about God. He says, I'll make room, because I have made you my priority. I want to put you first, Father. So I know I have a busy day. I know things are going on, but if I don't put you in the mix with what's going on, I'll never have the things that you have called me for. I will never be able to do the things that you have called me to do. So, persistence. When you are continuing your calling, your assignments, your books, your business. So you are constantly working towards your goal or your purpose in life, okay? You're constantly working at it. Determination. You have to have determination. And determination defined as firmness of purpose and resoluteness. You must come to the conclusion that this is your purpose, and you won't stop until you see it. You have become resolved in this area that this is my purpose, and I'm going to work at it. No demon in hell could stop me. No devil on earth will stop me. I'm going to work at my purpose, and I will see it manifest the way that God has shown it to me. Because one thing about walking in your purpose, you will see it before you see it. God will begin to reveal these things to you, and you will see it. In determination will ultimately have you walking in your purpose. That is point 4. And point 5 is back to determination. Sorry. Determination breeds success. Remember that. So determination breeds success. After you have become resolute in your understanding of what your purpose is and what it's going to take for you to get to your purpose, you will see success, and you will be a living, breathing success story, okay? So, point 5, it requires sacrifice. Your purpose requires a sacrifice. You will have to sacrifice sleep, finances, daily luxuries, but our hair and our nails. Let me tell you something. I was a woman that would make sure that I had a sew-in. Now, most of us black women, we understand and we know sew-ins are at least $300. You have to buy the hair, then you have to get it sewed in. So, at least $300 depending on the hair that you get, right? My nails used to be $40, $45 depending on what I got, especially if I was getting a full set. Guess what I did? I went natural, y'all. I do this myself. I went to hair school myself, but it has always been hard to do my own hair. So and then being spoiled, it feels good to have someone else washing your hair and doing your hair, right? It feels great. So I got accustomed to allowing someone else to do my hair. So I'm like, okay, God, I can't walk around here looking like no fool now. So what can we do? Because I was already really natural under the sew-ins. But because I always carry a piece of my hair out, I had a little bit of hair that just would not kind of go back kinky when I wanted it to. So I just recut it, just cut it all off. But as my hair began to grow, I began to learn how to do different hairstyles with it. So yes, I had to sacrifice that. My nails, these are now my nails. These are my nails that I paid $20 for. Okay, to get done. I still get no chip polish. But I'm not getting full sets. I'm not getting, any other nails. Just getting my nails done, okay? So minimizing some of your expenses and the things. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is some gel and a braid, okay? And this long jumbo braid, I think was about $4. So my hairstyle possibly cost about $10. Okay, just throw that out there, but just a little funny. But I'm just letting you know, these are the sacrifices that we make to make our make our vision come alive. Because you know why it's our vision? It may be God that gave it to us, but it's ours and his vision. So it's our vision. We have this vision. God has given me this vision, and we're going to work at it, and it's going to happen. And guess what? It's not that God does not want you to have that because you have to sacrifice. God is teaching you discipline. God is teaching you how to work at things. And then the enemy doesn't want you to have certain things. So it's certain things that you need to do to prove to the enemy, like, you won't take my stuff any longer. It's over with for you. You've messed up. Now that I know my purpose, you can't have it, devil. You won't ever take it away from again. So take it away from me again. So that's determination. Now, 6, faith. This is the bonus, you guys. I gave a bonus, which is 6. Faith overcomes fear. So walking in our purpose, we have to begin to bind the spirit of fear. What can we fear when we're walking into our purpose? What? Fear of the unknown, fear of success, fear of failure, fear of succeeding and then failing. We have all of these fears. Fears that it won't happen for us. Fears that maybe we're tripping and this is not what God really called us to do. Fear paralyzes us, and the enemy uses fear as a great tactic to stop us from moving into where God has called us to do, because again, fear paralyzes us. It torments us. So what can we do about fear? Begin to meditate scripture about God's perfect love. His perfect love casts out fear. We are not perfect. We are imperfect people, but we have a perfect Father who loves us perfectly and who has these great promises in the Word of God that teaches us that I love you, I care for you. So I have this purpose for you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. You are my seed. I have never seen the righteous forsaken, nor my seed begging bread. You will not lack for a thing. I am your shepherd. You shall not want. These are promises from God. If he gives you a vision, he's going to provide the provision. And this is why we have to begin to walk in faith. Without faith, it's impossible to please God. So we want to have faith when we're moving into the things of God. We want to have faith when God is calling us to a greater position, a greater realm than where we are now, because it takes faith to go. He says he takes us from faith to faith and from glory to glory. We can only do that with God. I love you all. Stay encouraged and walk in your purpose.